Want to know the best way to building the perfect watch collection? I've found a formula. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. If you are looking for the perfect formula in building your watch collection, you've come to the right place. Recently, I've been on a bit of a purge, and in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I have sold 20 watches. Madness, I know, but using the formula I'm giving you today, hopefully it's going to give you an insight to how my mind is working and get you on that right path to success. Now, with this formula comes a few disclaimers. First of all, watch collecting needs to be fun. What is the point of being in a hobby that you can't have fun with? The researching, the thrill of the chase, the chatting to your watch buddies about new watches that are coming out. We've all got our own opinions and we've all got our own tastes. Watch collection should be unique to you, unless you bought every single reference of a DW6900. That's what makes this hobby amazing, because there is literally watches out there for everyone. Now, the big key is to not go silly, buying watches like there's no tomorrow, and once you can't stop, slow down. If you buy watches too fast, there are going to be a few regrets along the line. Embrace the watches that you have and be thankful for your collection, no matter how much money or how many watches you have. I see it time and time again that boredom plays a big part in people buying watches.
They need that fix.
Don't underestimate a strap change. You can completely change the look of your watches by giving it new attire. Whether it's steel, rubber or fabric, you can give a new character to a watch and almost make it feel like a new one to you. Super! And the last thing, quite personal to me, is buy the brand, not just the watch. I love looking into the history of a brand or a reference or a story within the brand and the watch. If all you are doing is buying a watch that just ticks all the specification boxes and gives you value for money, mark my words, 1, 2, 3 years down the line, you won't be wearing it. And unless you give it a memory personal to you and your family, that watch is going to sit in the box and do nothing. Just because a watch is quite cheap and gives you good value for money doesn't make it a good watch. Think to yourself, why was this watch made? Was it a passion for creating something different, or was it to make a few quid? Some of you might just be in it for the specs, and good luck to you. Okay, we've come to the meat and potatoes. If you use this formula today, you will know where you're at in your watch collecting journey, where you've got to go, and you may even know where you need to end up. And using the beat, eat and treat formula, you are going to get far in this game. I've got you intrigued, haven't I? Now, before I give you the big reveal, we have to talk about today's amazing sponsors, who are Zero West, a brand that gives you a story with a watch before you've even tried it on. With passion, great engineering, superb design, Zero West have built a fantastic brand of taking huge engineering feats in history into a timepiece that makes you feel special to own. Very proud that a channel like mine can be associated with Zero West. Take a look at their website in the description below and take a good look at watches made with proper passion. So what I've done is divided my watch collection in 3 sections, being true to myself and no one else. First of all, the Beat. This is of course the Beta watch. Everyone needs a Beta watch in their collection. It's the one that takes a beating, the one that's most reliable, a watch that is very affordable, so much so that if it was to break, you wouldn't really think twice about buying another one. For budget, I would go with a W86, a more mid-level where there's no better watch that takes a good shock than a G-Shock, and that would be the GMW 5610U, solar power. It also picks a signal up there to give you accurate time 24/7, high water resistance, and takes a damn good beating. If you were to go with mechanical, then an entry-level diver is probably the one for you, like an Orient Komatsu or a Seiko 5 Sports. Remember, you don't want to feel mental pain if you were to get a scratch on this thing.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
So we've done the beat, now for the eat. And yes, most of us around the world eat every day, yeah? And this section is for the everyday watch. The watches you wear most of the time throughout the week. Now, obviously, this all depends on your work life and whether you have a physical job or a mental job, from truck driving to estate agency to PE teachering. This watch is going to cover most bases for you. A good watertight case with enough shock absorption to take what life gives you. Anyway, good examples of this for budget. Obviously the Casio Royale, mid-affordable range where you're talking about the new Seiko 5 GMT. Really cool watch that looks good in any environment. You may want a bit of colour to this watch. So something like the Duckworth Prestex Revington, decent water resistance and just nice to look at. Or if work allows, go all out and wear a non-showy Rolex. Even though these beasts are expensive, deep down at their heart, they are tool watches and so should take anything life throws at them. A great all-rounder for me is my Tudor Black Bay 58s. With the right attire, could look dressy or very casual.
If I'm wearing Bermuda shorts and a vest.
Last in the perfect watch collecting formula is the treat. Yes, this is something a bit more special, a little bit more showy, perhaps has a complication or two. A watch that you don't like beating too much, but want to show off on the weekends. This watch is probably not great for weeding, maybe wedding, maybe work, running, and relaxing. But this is a watch you wear out for a nice dinner, to the opera. A watch that you feel in your collection is like the pinnacle. So in budget terms, maybe an A1100 with its very classy stainless steel case. Could be a Seiko Alpinist, which is definitely a tool watch, but on the showy side. Going up the price ladder, what about the Formex Essence? A fantastic light catching stainless steel case with a magical malachite dial. Definitely a watch you would not wear weeding. Or what about my favorite watch, the MP45 from Vertex? The weekends are all about looking at your watch collection and seeing what you have before you. And also get some family time in. So there we go, the beat, eat and treat formula in finding the perfect watch collection for you. Now the beauty with this formula is it doesn't matter how many watches of the same type you have because you've got a 3-section system. But just remember, there are only 7 days of the week. We only have 2 wrists, one being the main watch one. And if you've got one of the 3 sections very heavy with a lot of watches, it may mean you need to stop and sell a few. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this show. If you want a bit more of the Mad Watch Collector, click there and join. Join the Discord. It's fantastic. We have a lot of bants. Want some merch? Who doesn't? Click there in the description somewhere. I think I've just dropped it. It's there. Click it. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, why don't you click this one? This one was one of my best efforts on that day. Go on. It's phenomenal. Come on. I haven't got all day. Come on. Click it. Come on. Click it.